YouTube, and I think we should be live on the old Twitcheroo. Yeah, here we go. I don't want to manage the stream. There we go. Okay.
Hey, where's your octopus?
All right, guys, hang tight for just a second. I gotta go to the channel.
There might be a storm here if it moves over from Virginia, because there's a tornado warning in Virginia.
Tonight?
Hold on, sweetheart. He's talking to me. Do you want to put on there so you can listen too?
Oh yeah, sorry.
What did you say, sweetheart?
I said, are you guys playing that game tonight or not?
I don't know. We got to go to Walmart after, so it depends on what time we get back. It is storming up big time here, so it's one of those.
Either way, it's probably going to rain tomorrow.
It's going to rain.
There's tornado warnings in Virginia, and then if it's raining in your neck of the woods, I might get hit.
Like frost warnings? That's weird.
No, tornado warnings.
Tornado? I thought you said tomato. I was going to say tornado warnings. That sucks, man. I've been in tornado. I know how that is. Okay. Well, we are live on both, actually 3 simultaneous streams on both the MLH channel. That's the main channel. The Twitch channel actually is pretty big too. Well, as big as RPGrinders ever going to get. 2 listeners.
Hey, it's the best 2-listener show on the planet.
I agree, sweetheart. We've been on the air for 18 going on 19 years.
We have more listeners on the podcast, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was. We just got a congratulations. Your 40,000 download or something.
On Podbean?
On Podbean, yeah.
That's not bad.
No. Well, look, it's nothing in comparison to most everybody's podcast.
I told you guys were famous.
Oh yeah, so famous. Daisy's famous, huh, Daisy girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daisy's famous. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, but that's Podbean and not iTunes.
Yeah, it's Podbean, not iTunes, and I don't know what iTunes is doing lately. YouTube kicked up once I put it on the main channel, so that's kind of cool. Always thankful for new listeners on the tubes. Both I don't check the RPGrinders chat, so if anybody's in the RPGrinders chat, you want to go to the Mexican Longhair channel. And Grinders will be live there too. And also on Twitch. Twitch.tv/RPGrinders. So usually Freak Five's in there, Scotoma, sometimes Johnny Woofe, aka Wyland. I haven't seen MXT, although I do see MXT on the PlayStation from time to time.
I see the blue guy on the PlayStation.
Yeah, blue guy is there too. You don't ever see MXT? Are you guys not friends on PlayStation?
I'm not sure. Probably not.
Oh. Daisy's having fun with her octopus. Oh, we got her. All right. Now, what do we got on the agenda today? It might be a short show today, Eric. We'll wait for a break to get on in. Actually, you want to just start and do the news, Eric?
Sure.
All right.
There's not a lot there.
Yeah, I know. Let's just get it done, and then that way we can get into the gist of everything and then wrap it up. Hold on one second as I begin everything. All right, here we go.
I might need to adjust something. There's a lot of reviews.
Yeah, no worries. If you want to adjust whatever, Eric. All right, here we go. And welcome everybody to episode 857 of RP Wrinkly Toys. RP Grinders. I am your host, Frank Branch, alongside my trusty cohort, Eric the Great. Breakman the Bold will be here in a little bit. Special guest co-hosting today is Bernie. Hi, Bernie. How are you?
Hi.
Oh,
I'm
also,
good.
I forgot Daisy. Here, Daisy, do you want to say something to everybody out there?
Woof woof.
Oh, she wanted to bite the mic. No biting the mic, Daisy. Jeez.
That was funny.
She wants to play with her octopus that we got her. So if you hear anything in the background, that's what it's going to be. Eric, how are you, man?
I'm fine.
Yeah. And Bernie, you're okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
How are
All
you,
right.
sweetheart?
I'm doing okay. I had a shot today, so I'm feeling a little icky. But let's go ahead and get started with the news so we can get that out of the way before even Breakman gets here. Unless there's a news story with a bunch of Japanese names, we'll just continue on.
No, nothing like that.
Hold on.
RPG News.
All right, Eric, you are up, sir.
From RPG site, you've got Village in the Shade. It's got a release date for the West. It's coming out October 27th, just before Halloween.
Oh, wonderful.
Switch to PS5 and PC.
What kind of game is it, Eric? It looks like isometric.
It's an isometric farming sim, but it has 4 elements in it.
Yeah, it looks a little darker, like not something you would expect from a game like this. Looks kind of cool, actually.
Apparently, based on person looking at Steam page and shit, because it released on Steam in Japan, but it's coming west and on the 27th of October.
Very good. It does.
But according to people reviewing there, they said they put in 100 hours, so it's a long game.
Yeah, but it looks like really cool. I mean, man, if this wasn't a farm sim, I'd be all over it. If this was like a straight up RPG, like action RPG, this would be really, really cool. But it looks
there's
cool.
apparently more combat in it compared to the Yeoman Wars.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I don't know. But there you go. Very cool looking game, if I don't say so myself. Daisy, you're a pain in the butt, girl. All right, let's go on to the next story. SOL, School of Labyrinth. Hold on, let me get this up for the...
AKA shit out of luck.
Shit out of luck, yes. SOL, shit out of luck. School of Labyrinth release date confirmed for August 13th. And it looks like just a dungeon crawl type game.
It kind of has Dark Spire vibes.
I kind of like Dark Spire, even though Dark Spire is kind of fucking hard, man. Dark Spire.
But you're playing in a school that's being haunted by whatever.
Very cool. I think everybody's releasing their horror games right before Halloween, so.
You're gonna buy them all.
Yeah, buy them all.
Yes.
All right, Eric. Next.
This game came out yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, it came out yesterday. There you go. All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story is Steins Gate Boot is been dated for consoles, and they're delaying the release until October 29th for some reason. But it's on Steam right now on the Steam store. But
all right.
Supposedly got good reviews, and it's like apparently the best version of the game if you're willing to deal with some of the problems it has.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those problems are probably just narrative, but other problems, if you're trying to play this on Steam Deck, it currently doesn't.
Yeah. Is that it on that, Eric?
Yeah, but it's coming to the Xbox, which is interesting because that used to be the place where visual novels would show up in Japan, and only Japan, like on the 360.
Yeah,
that's where they'd go for some reason.
Yeah,
at least when it comes to mages visual novels.
I don't know why they were so hesitant to put like regular games on the Xbox over there. Like I know, I don't know. I just don't know why the Xbox had a chance to take a hold in Japan if it did things the right way, and they fucked everything up. They made every wrong move with the Xbox in Japan, and that's why ultimately it's really not going to survive. I don't believe it's going to survive, but whatever. Speaking about something that is going to survive, it's Sacred 2 remasters now available on the Nintendo
I
Switch.
to enjoy the broken piece of shit that is Sacred 2 Remaster.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a great game to begin with. It's not a great game on any of the systems, really. So I can imagine on the Switch 2, it's probably not going to be great either. So, but if that's your thing, there you go. So, it's launching in November. I mean, it looks pretty. I mean, that's all. I guess that's the best thing I
I'm
could.
guessing it's going to be on a key card because
Most likely.
game's only 12.7 gigabytes.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Which is close to 32, but not close enough for them to justify doing it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yep, probably. All right, Eric. Next story, please.
Next story is Lord of the Rings: War in the North. Everybody remember that game to us?
Oh boy. Yeah.
It was the first person shooter style Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah. Brandon. Yeah. Go ahead, Eric. Sorry.
Anyways, it's called the Legacy Edition because they have to give it some weird name to add the fact that it's a remaster. But
Yeah.
it's barely remastered, so that's why they can't use the remaster name.
Yeah.
But they're selling it for $20 with a 10% launch discount.
Oh, very cool.
Maybe it's 20 with the 10% launch discount. I don't
Yeah.
know. But anyways, Aspire did this port, and apparently there's rumor that maybe they're going to do Lord of the Rings: The Third Age next.
Yeah. Brandon is in the MLH chat. He says, MLH, guess what? It's Friday Fun Day. Yes, it is, Brandon. Welcome on in, buddy. Hope you're doing good. We're just discussing the latest news. It might be a short show today. I'm not feeling the greatest, but there you go. Did you play this game, Eric, when it first came out?
No.
Yeah. I don't think almost anybody did, man.
It came out for like the PS3 and the 360 and the PC, but yeah, I was playing other things back then.
They say it's optimized. Freak Five's in the Twitch chat. What's up, Freak Five? Nice to have you here as well. All right. Let's see. You did that story, so I'm going to do the next one as soon as I pull it up for.
I think it was like an early 360 PS3 game because it still looks kind of like a PS2 game.
I know. It's weird. And even at remastered, it doesn't look great. All right. Next story. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered is now on the Switch too. Bethesda looking into PS5, Xbox, PC patches. Patches for what though? Like I don't
For the
understand.
stuff that's broken.
Oh, like everything. I mean, I remember Oblivion was broken like Skyrim was. I don't know what Oblivion's a great game. It had the bugs, the Bethesda bugs that everybody knows and loves. But I don't know. And also, this is probably key card, right, Eric?
No, this is a cartridge.
Wow, they're actually giving you a cartridge with this one, partial or full?
But the Switch 2 version doesn't hit 60 FPS.
Oh, of
even
course
in dock
not.
mode.
Of course it doesn't.
At least currently it doesn't. They might do it later.
Yeah, Scotoma is here as well. What's up, Scots? Nice to have you here as well, buddy. Freak Five says, last weekend I saw a little girl driving something like a Power Wheel that looked like a fucking Cybertruck. Oh, well, those Cybertrucks are something to be proud of, man, All right, Eric, next story, please.
Next story is Angelina Era, which is a 3D action RPG that's reminiscent of games like Ys. And I guess you could say, I wasn't going to say Landstalker, but
it's very, very rudimentary, but cool.
Alundra is what I was thinking of. That's right.
Alundra, yeah. Okay.
And anyways, it's finally coming to consoles September 2nd, so that's really soon.
Yeah.
Announcement out of nowhere. I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to buy this in time because 2 days later, guess what else is coming out? Onimusha.
Onimusha's coming out 2 days after that. Man, sometimes I don't know why these developers decide. I guess they don't really have much control.
I think
I
when something gets certified, it just gets put up like a week later or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Freak Five says, "I bet she didn't ask for it. Her douchebag dad or maybe uncle probably drives a Cybertruck and bought it for her." Scout says, "I got your buddy right here, pal." And Freak Five says, "I'm not your pal, friend." Yeah, exactly.
but apparently this is a Switch 1 only game, but it will run on a more stable frame rate on Switch 2. So I guess that just means that it'll hit 60 because it runs on cap or something.
Yeah. What's up, HCO? What are we grinding today? Well, we'll get to that point, bud. You just calm down, HCO, in the regular chat.
It doesn't say how much it costs, but I can't imagine that it's more than $20.
Yeah. All right, next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Pokemon Bank will be completely shut down on February 25th, 2027. So there you go. If you guys had the DS version of it, you guys won't be able to.
The 3DS.
The 3DS, I'm sorry. Yes, the 3DS.
Yeah, because like a lot of people wanted to transfer their Pokemon from Pokemon XY, Omega Ruby, Sun, and Moon, Ultra Sun.
Yeah.
To bring to Sword and Shield and or any of the other newer Pokemon games.
Yeah. That's sad, but all systems eventually die. So there you go.
There's also ways for you to get Pokemon from Black and White 2, Gold, Silver, and Crystal.
Yeah.
And Red and Blue and Yellow.
Yeah. So there you go. Sad days when we're starting to shut shit down for the 3DS. I wish I still had my 3DS. I had so many good games on it, but alas, it is no longer. But
You like that?
what, the 3DS? I thought the 3DS was a fantastic system because it did 3D different. You didn't need glasses. It was more of a depth perception thing.
The only problem it had was that its resolution was terrible.
The resolution wasn't great. That's right, but I like it. HCO says the mustachios, boy. Hey, Kinky Cheek says, puff, puff, pass. I agree. It's Friday. Took me a moment.
The only way to make 3DS games look good is to use a higher rendering engine and an emulator to make it better.
Yeah.
And
right.
HD texture packs for games.
All right, Eric, last story.
Oh.
Last story is Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are getting home support because Bank's closing and you couldn't use it anyway. So, but like they already had promised it when that launched, but it wasn't ready at the time of these two games launching on the eShop. So that'll be nice for people who want to transfer Fire Red and Leaf Green Pokemon to whatever else.
Yeah. All right, that is the news. Freak 5 says, at work we were talking about it. If South Park did episodes copying Star Wars like Family Guy did, which South Park characters would play each Star Wars character? Oh, that's a good question. Cartman would definitely be Darth Vader. I mean, I don't think or maybe Palpatine. God, that's a good question because Palpatine was above Vader. So yeah, maybe Palpatine. Let's see. Wendy would play obviously Leia. Kyle would play Chewbacca. He's got to play Chewbacca. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy should be Yoda. Yeah. Yoda is not far. I love it, Freak 5. Yeah, yeah. Butters would be Palpatine and Butters' sidekick would be Vader. Nah, I don't think so. I guess if you like complete opposite day, maybe. Kenny would definitely be Chewbacca. Not even close. Daisy's excited. She got some stuff in the mail, and she knows shit's for her because she's like slobbering at the mouth for it. I don't even know what we got her. What did we get her?
That's her brush.
Oh, that's her. What do you? Oh, you're opening it, Daisy? Okay, go ahead and open it, I guess. Let's see. What else? Timmy as R2. Okay, I could see that. What would Cartman be, Freak 5, in yours? Because Cartman's a fucking egomaniac. Of course, he's gonna, Yeah. All right, that's it for the news. I wonder where Break is. I didn't get a text from Break, but maybe he'll be here soon. It's already 11 minutes in. Let me get rid of this stuff. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I gotta change the Twitch chat so that they don't see a black screen like I did. Mr. Slave as Akbar. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's a trap. I love it. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's a trap. What is that?
That is
Your stuff?
what's his face's present.
Oh, the Funko. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, very cool. All right, so that is the news, everybody. Let's see. I guess we can start with this, Eric.
Inquiring minds want to know.
What have you been playing, Eric?
Mostly just Dark Souls 2 and 1.
Yeah, yeah. And I've also been watching you play that. And Bernie, have you been play? Oh, you did play something, didn't you, Bernie?
Sam?
Yeah, you played Sims, and she just ate a piece of cardboard or something.
Ew.
Yeah, stop
Yeah.
eating that.
I played Sims.
She played Sims a little bit, so she's a little preoccupied with the dog stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Star Wars. Or Stan was Luke. Shelley was Leia. Cartman was as Han. Really? Token as Lando. Yeah, of course. Because of Lando not being happy with Han when he is first introduced. That's actually pretty funny. Freak 5. What else? Let's see. Chewbacca sounds right for Kenny. Nunya heard Bernie and says hi.
Hi.
She always gets excited when she hears Nunya. I'm surprised you don't text Nunya a little bit more, Bernie. You're just a busy woman, aren't you? Yeah. All right. So that's all we've been doing. Not much on the that type of stuff. Did you have any reviews, Eric?
Yeah, I've got like 4 reviews, but I want to cover the 3 game ones first.
Okay. Go for it, Eric.
Okay, R-Type Dimensions 3, which is a follow-up to R-Type Dimensions EX, which unfortunately didn't get an Xbox release because the only way to play R-Type Dimensions 1 on Xbox was, and that only covers the first game. EX is the second game and the first game. But that's why if some people see this game and say, "Where's Dimensions 2?" The EX was 2, basically. But that's on Switch and PS4, and I think it's also on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is all 3, and just like Dimensions, you swap between the new visual style, or you can play with the old sprites and old music, and you can switch it between the button, and it has I think it doesn't have rewind support or save state support, but there are ways to get extra continues through repeated play. And R-Type 3 is still an R-Type game, and it's still fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I don't apologize for swearing because that's just how hard it is. I need to put the fucking in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, any R-Type game, like you said, man, they're fun, though. They're really
And
fun.
the game has a list of like updates that they're going to do to it, but they're going to be rolled out the next couple of months. But I'm probably going to pick up the Switch 2 cart at some point. I just don't have the money for it right now.
Yeah.
Because other stuff that's coming out demands my cash more.
Yeah.
But other than that, I played another shmup called 70s Style Robot Anime Geppy X, which I think it was just called Geppy X on the PS1 because it was originally a PS1 game, and this is basically like a remaster of sorts because they upped the visual quality of some of the graphics just so that it looks good on a modern television, as well as the anime cutscenes.
Yeah.
But it's designed to be like an old school anime from the 70s. Including all the tropes from back then, like bad writing and dialogue.
I'm looking at Freak
The
5.
overly simplistic plots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for Arctic Dimensions 3, I need to give it a score. I'm gonna give it a 7.
7.
But
That's not bad.
70 style robot anime Gibby X does have save states because this is basically an emulation but with upscaling. But and it has a rewind feature, and there is a way to get infinite continues, but you need to beat the game first. And you have limited continues to do so, but you can use the rewind feature, and I'm probably gonna have to just start over and make sure I don't die between each level.
Yeah.
So you just play it the way I want instead of having to worry about. And the game has like an interesting setup where at some point there's a split in the plot line, and based on who you pick in that level, you'll a character will die, and you'll be able to use the other two characters, and the story, the plot line will change a bit.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Let me quickly get through these couple of chats here. Eric, Freak says, I think Kenny should be Greedo. And he says, with Cartman as Han, it would be funny if the Antonio Banderas love doll was Chewie and Man Bear Pig as Rancor. Skodoma says, I just started playing the RoboCop game for the PS5. I have that game. I haven't started it yet, Skodoma, but it looks good. Looks good for sure.
Anyways, for as far as the score goes, I'm giving this 7 as well. But Verho Curse of Faces is a Kingsfield inspired video game. And the idea behind this game is why it's called Curse of Faces, is because there was a curse that was cast upon the land where two people saw each other's faces, they both perish under mysterious circumstances, like let's say just die of heart attack or something.
Yeah.
And so like 300 years passed with people coming up the rule wearing masks to not see each other's faces.
Yeah.
And now your character is tasked trying to find a way to undo the curse.
Yeah.
And it's really fun, and it's like old school Kingsfield, but if Kingsfield actually had modern controls, because movement isn't sluggish like that game was.
Yeah. Kingsfield's some hard stuff, man, for sure. Is it just as hard?
I've been enjoying it, but I've been putting it on pause until a patch comes out because one of the achievements is broken.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of them are, but like I know at least one that's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, consoles. But other than that, I recommend it to those who are fans of games like Kingsfield, and I'd give this game a 9.
Wow, pretty good. Breakman is here. We got an echo break. I don't know if you can fix that. I know it's at your end because we weren't experiencing that before. How you doing, Break?
All right.
He's all right. He's got to get his headset on in there. I didn't have my camera on today, Break, because man, I'm feeling like shit, dude. I had to, man. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I had a shingles shot today. Do you hear us, Break?
Hold on.
Okay, we got to hold on for Break. So that's making me a little bit sick. Drifter Wars, I see your comment in there. I don't even know what to say to that, man. I'm not even going to comment. I mean, she's been doing better lately. I guess I could say she's been doing better, but I mean, whatever, man. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, but hey, look, if I inspire people to do better, Drifter Wars, then, I did my job, right? So there you go. Freak 5 says, I've been playing Dr. Dude and his excellent X-Ray Pinball on PlayStation. I love the pinball games on the PS5. Freak 5, they're really good. Break, can you hear us? You're on mute right now, but I don't know if you can hear us. Just nod if you can hear us, Break. he's still working on his settings. What else you got, Eric?
Oh, I'm finally able to review My Hero Academia as a series as a whole.
Oh, wow. You seen all of it?
The final season and watched the very final episode, as well as the 6-minute anime short that came out after that, which were months apart. But My Hero Academia is about a boy named Deku who wants to be a hero, but he was born without the ability of a quirk, which quirk is basically just the term that they use, kind of like X-Men's mutant powers. So that pretty much everybody has a quirk now, but like the ones that are born without them are called quirkless. And he finds out that he was quirkless, but he still wants to be a hero anyway. And he inspires a hero called All Might, and All Might decides to give him his quirk called one for all, and he does that by ingesting some of his DNA. So he just gives him hair, strand of his hair, and
Yeah.
he basically has his own quirk that way. And All Might can still use his abilities for like a short time after that.
Yeah.
So he trains to become a hero, and then a bunch of stuff happens with the League of Villains, and he gets thrust in situations that wasn't prepared for. So it's more like a trial by fire thing.
Yeah. Still echo break. I can hear an echo
And
still.
I like the series overall, but like there are a couple issues with the plot, like the way the author has with the fact that they deal the way they deal with redemption is kind of messed up in my opinion, and there's some political commentary like in universe stuff that could be related to the real world, but like he doesn't do enough to write about it. But I felt like he held that back in order to make it more of a shonen series, and then that's why he made Vigilantes, which is more adult oriented and darker. But I think it suffers as a result of splitting the plot like that when they could have had a stronger overall.
Is there still echo?
I don't hear an echo break now.
Nope, it's
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think we're
Thank
good
God.
now, buddy. So whatever
Anyways,
settings.
the show had 8
Hey.
seasons, and I just finished watching the season 8, and it was just the last handful of episodes that were in the plot. I think there was like 13 episodes or something. And the studio that did the animation was Toho, and I don't usually think of Toho as an anime powerhouse, but like they've stepped up in the most recent years.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing what they could do from now.
Yeah. Right on. So what are you giving that as a whole, Eric?
I'm giving My Hero Academia as a whole an 8.5,
Okay.
and that's all for my reviews.
Skodoma says, just got some new games for the PS5. Sackboy is pretty fun, similar to Mario. Yeah, I do care, Skodoma. I just have to wait for Eric to be done with reviewing.
I miss those old games, the Sackboy game. What was those called?
There's
Sackboy and His Adventures or something. I can't remember, but they were fun.
Before that,
Little Big Planet. His name is
Little
Big
Big Planet.
Planet,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good
I
game.
miss those games. I
Yeah.
like those.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Sackboy's Adventure,
Yeah.
which is the new one.
Yeah. Let's see. Breakman, we just obviously got done with the news. So that way, because I wasn't feeling good, Breakman. So we're going to do the news and everything else. And then I think next week for our final August stream, we're just going to dedicate it to game night. And,
Okay, so no game night tonight. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because
Break.
I really did not get a chance to work on it at all.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. I mean, look, we work with each other. You know, it's all good, man. I mean, look, what Breakman has done. Let me just say this before we move on to more of your reviews, Eric. What Breakman has done the past fucking.
I said it was done.
Oh, you're done. Okay. The past 6 months, I believe you've been working on game night break. I mean, I know we've done several game nights, and they're always a ton of fun. But the amount of work that goes into them, I know it seems like an easy thing to do, but game making in general, even if it's simplified like ours is not easy. So big time kudos to Break for that. Also, Breakman, did you have a chance to look at my description for the week before the show?
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny too.
Well, I like to use my little scroll thing.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, Bernie hasn't seen it, but I basically, because anytime that Break does summaries, they're really it's like a work of art because he goes through everything and he, perfectly summarizes everything. And Eric and I are like, look, we're so fucking done with the show. We just want to get the fuck out. And, it's like,
Go
and,
eat
and ours are
dinner.
real short. So I did one that was short, but in homage to Breakman, I put, I don't know what I did, but it was like, at the end, I'm sorry this isn't as long as breaks or something. And then I would go down a little further, it was like, I was too lazy to do a summary. I was like, and then I went down a little further and I was like, well, I probably could do a summary, but I'm just too lazy, and then all that. But look, Keeper's finally here. What's up, Keeper? You
Oh,
missed you missed DT earlier, Keeper. It was a good one. You should go back and listen, Keeper, for sure.
oh,
Bernie was on that too, so there you
that
go.
that sounds dirty, keeper.
Like grinding with Bernie. Oh man, but it was a lot of fun. Breakman, what have you been playing, sir? Because we already did the "What have you been playing" segment.
Okay, so mostly this week I have been playing the Halo campaign evolved game.
Yeah.
I finished it on heroic and I got all the skulls and all the hidden stuff. Now I'm just playing for like some of the achievements, like being on legendary and some of
Some of
some
the
of the other things. But there's some achievements that are just fucking. I don't know how anybody's gotten some of these achievements. Like this, the classic Halo achievement is the lasso achievement, which is legendary all skulls on. There's 39 fucking skulls in this game, and they fuck up the game in real weird ways. Some of them do, and make it really fucking hard in other ways.
yeah.
I don't know how the hell people can beat a stage, let alone the game, with this on it.
So, Breakman, that's an interesting point you bring up because I watch a guy. I don't know if you guys watch him, but he's fucking amazing, and he's a really cool dude. He's like the complete opposite of DSP. His name is Godlike Matt, GAWD, like Matt, and he is one of the best gamers I've ever seen. I mean, Eric is up there too. I hold Eric in really high regard. I think Eric's skill set gaming is just awesome. What's up, Big Chief? Yes, we're nerds. I can already tell Big Chief. What's up, Hefe? He's gonna say nerds. Um,
Nerds.
yeah, nerds.
Oh
Um,
shit! I read recently that guy died not too long ago.
yeah, Carradine, Robert Carradine. He passed away. Um, but
He was
Godlike
no fun.
Matt played Alien Isolation. He made okay. So the platinum for Alien Isolation isn't the hardest thing in the world unless you do it like Godlike Matt did on Nightmare Mode, where you don't die even once through the entire game, and that means
Why do people do that? I
it
just don't
break
understand.
Breakman is one of the greatest achievements I've ever seen. I mean, honestly, because you could not get hit, not even once. You couldn't get seen, pretty much, because if somebody
Mhm.
sees you, they're going to come and see you and get you and stuff like that. He did this. I mean, it took him like 20, something like 25 tries. And the second try, I thought he was going to do it. He was at the end of the game, and the xenomorph, even though he knew where it was, just happened to catch him, and it was like it was devastating. You could tell he was devastated. He thought he was going to get it done in 2 tries. It ended up taking him 25 tries, and he's an expert level gamer. And I was like, holy shit, like there's no way, Breakman. Like I'm watching Eric play Dark Souls 1 through 3, and we're going to go through Elden Ring and some others because I just don't have what it takes to get through the grind of those games. But um, Bloodborne was another one that I thank Eric eternally for taking me through because I just love the lore of that game. But Dark Souls, no, I'm sorry, Alien Isolation is, first of all, it's kind of tough to begin with because it's like a stealth game, and you have to be the AI in Alien Isolation. There's basically two xenomorphs, but it acts like one. It's just one xenomorph, but they have two AIs running at the same time. So one always knows where you're at, but the other one can't does not know where it is. So they kind of communicate with each other in a way. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's basically a real clever way of doing AI in video games, which nobody had done up to that point. And so it's a little bit smarter than the average, regular character in a video game. and that game is already it's got a challenge to it, but he just makes things look so fucking easy, man. I mean, it's amazing to watch him play games, and it's really, really cool. Bernie Keeper says Bernie lost 30 pounds, got my bench up to 225 single. Oh look, he's getting ready to sweep Bernie off of her feet and take Bernie away from me, which you're gonna have a hard time, Keeper. I'm struggling with 225. I'm struggling with right now 10. The way my back is, I'm struggling. With 10 pounds, Keeper. So maybe you got a shot. I don't know. Bernie might decide to leave me for Keeper here. I don't know. No, but like I was saying, guys, there's I don't know. I'm with you, Breakman. I don't know how I saw those, like the skulls, some of the things that the skulls do in Halo. And dude, like even a few of those, I'd be like done, dude. I'd be like about 5-10 minutes in, I'd be throwing my controller and saying, "Fuck this shit. I am not doing this." You know.
And you have to do it on the hardest skill level, which makes it 20 times worse.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, it's similarly in nature. Gears of War, right? I think it's nightmare mode as well. But dude, you barely like peek your head over a piece of cover, and you get shot once and you're dead. And I'm like, how does anyone do this? Like, and they do it. I've seen it done. And I'm like,
I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I've tried replicating what I've seen in some of these videos. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'll see somebody who's playing really good in Halo, and it's like, okay, I'll go ahead and try that.
Yeah.
My fingers can't do what they do. I don't know.
They don't. I'm serious, Break Man. It's like putting somebody regular up against a pro Street Fighter player. You know what I mean? Like it just, you know the difference right away. And these guys are experts. They just know exactly how to play the game. Drifter War says, can any of you guys write programs for basic video games? My respect goes out to game programmers for games like GTA, etc. The answer is, I believe, no, Drifter Wars. I mean, I think the closest may be Breakman.
I actually did on basic.
Yeah.
Time ago.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So I've actually made a game in basic.
Oh, well, there you go. So you could jump a rock in Breakman's game.
It's a hard game.
No, I know.
Talk to these nerds, Drifter Wars.
Talk to these nerds, Drifter Wars, Big Chief says.
Mandatory. I'm pretty sure everyone had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Drifter Wars. It's not an easy thing. Let me check out Twitch chat. I've been yapping and haven't looked at. I'm sure Scotoma and Freak 5 have been saying a bunch of stuff here. Have you seen that Kevin Smith is writing a comic book series that is a Marvel Star Wars crossover? Freak 5 says, I did see that. I don't know how I feel about that either, Breakman. Sounds like that sounds like an episode of Bernie's OnlyFans grinding with Bernie. How dare you, Freak 5? Speaking of nerds, Scotoma says, do you think they will do a revamp of the old movies? You mean like Star Wars? Probably. Let's see. And I have known some incredibly ugly people, both looks and personality, and they found people to have sex with. So these incels must be monstrous people. Well, look, if you want, I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, you talk to, I've seen poor, ugly dudes, as long as they can make a woman laugh.
If Stephen Miller can get laid, anybody.
Yeah, if that Nosferatu ghoul can get laid, anybody can get laid. You know, I totally agree. Breakman, he's one of the ugliest Nosferatu people. Him and Rudy Giuliani look like father and son, man. They're just, oh, God. Drifter War says, I made a maze which sent you back to the start if you touched the walls. It took ages, and it was very basic. Yeah, exactly. Moving to Twitch, Keeper says, well, then feel free. I mean, you can go back and forth, Keeper.
One of the Halo achievements I tried the other day is basically instead of an end boss in the original Halo, there was an end run where you're just trying to escape the Halo before it blows up, which I always thought was cool, that there were no like boss fights in the original Halo. Which at the time, like every game had boss fights, you know, so it was cool to have something different and refreshing.
Yeah.
Well, there's an achievement for getting through that without getting flipped. Well, I played that and I'm like, what the fuck? I did it. I got all the way through, and like I read instructions online about how to get, and like at the very end, oh, you have to play from the very beginning of the level. God damn it! You mean I can't die the whole fucking level?
Well, it could be
Shit.
worse. It could be like Ghost and Goblins, Breakman, where you're now. Ghost and Goblins is an interesting game. When I was younger, I could go through that entire game with $1 or less at the arcade. Playing it on console nowadays, holy fuck, that game is really hard, and there's no fucking way I could even beat it in 100 years on that fucking thing. But when I was younger, like in my teens, I could beat that fucking game with $1 or less. I shit you not.
The new one on the Switch is hard.
Oh my god, that one's super hard. I'm like, holy fuck, man. And then I watch people play it, no hits through the entire thing. I'm like, you people are just not human. I think we're inundated with AIs already, Break. I really do, man. Let's see, what else do we got here? Scotoma says, I'm incredibly ugly. Thank Elephant Man, crossed by a hunchback. I skipped a couple comments, Frank. Well, it's because I had to go back in and probably dropped a couple of your comments, Freak. Sorry.
I can read it for you.
If you wouldn't mind, Break.
Sure. Like it was the incel thing. He started. I recently heard that there's a group of incels who think that the government should provide sex partners for them. Wow. They compared to the government giving people without money welfare. They don't seem to realize that the kind of people the government won't be able to convince to perform that service.
I got you, Prepa. Now it gives full context. Look, there is an argument to be made for AI, guys, and that's sex work, right? Like actual sex workers. As long as it's reasonably priced and you don't have to worry about diseases, you don't have to worry about shame, you don't have to worry about legalities because nobody's being exploited except a fucking robot, I mean, but then of course you'll have the capitalistic fucking leeches in Congress who will be all over it and want to make their own, sex ranches with a bunch of AI robots, and you know how that'll go, Breakman. I mean, look, the idea is sound, right? You got a bunch of, like you said, like Freak 5 said, incels or people that can't, seem to get, sex for whatever reason. And they, obviously sex is why most people are alive today. You have this demand, and why not provide something like that, like a place where people could go where it's completely safe? I mean, at least for now, while AI lets us be safe. And then, that way you don't have to worry about much, and it could be a good thing, but instead it'll be turned into a capitalistic nightmare, and people will be shut out because they don't got enough money, and blah blah
Republicans
blah.
would make sure it'd be like privatized.
Privatized. Of course, it wouldn't be free or close to free or anything like that. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But anyways, doesn't Fab Daddy have a hump? Keeper says. Oh my God, Keeper, you're funny. That's a throwback. Let's see. Anything else? No, I don't think I missed any. Okay, Breakman, do you have any reviews?
Well, that was a while ago. I can talk about the Mandalorian movie. Anybody else saw that?
Okay.
It's been a couple months at this point. We just never really got a chance to talk about it because we weren't here in June, really.
It's hitting Disney Plus September 2nd.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's going to Disney Plus on September 2nd, if anybody's wanting to know that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should wait until it comes to Disney Plus so other people can see it first.
No, you shouldn't. Look, it's
yeah. Fuck those people.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it by now, then you're probably not going to see it. So
No.
or just put us on mute for about a minute or two and come on back. What do you have to say, Breakman? Because I'm actually curious because I was really I think you're the biggest Star Wars fan. You and Eric are slightly. I love Star Wars too, but not quite as much as you guys. What did you think of it, Break?
I enjoyed it a lot, but at the end of the day, I thought it was ultimately forgettable. Like, to me, it felt like just a longer episode of the show, which is great and I enjoy. But like, I wanted kind of more from a big screen movie, like a little bit like just maybe some more character development from Grogu. Like I want him to kind of grow up a little bit. Like we've seen him as a baby for 3 years
I mean,
now, and
he did have development, but like in ways that don't really matter, in my opinion.
yeah, like I want him to be able to start talking and stuff like that. Like according to like Yoda's background and stuff like, essentially according, if you compare him to Yoda, by I think age 100, Yoda was already teaching Padawans,
Yeah, but he's not even
and
close to 100, Break, man.
he's like a half that age now.
He's at 50?
And his development stunted due to him like being taken away from the Jedi Order. So
Yeah,
early.
that's true too.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of caveats with Grogu. I mean, Grogu's going to be more powerful than Yoda, I have a feeling. But I agree, they should have did. But here's the thing, Breakman. I know why this happened. They had a whole script for another season of Mandalorian, and Disney decided that they saw the big dollar signs, right, with Grogu especially, and Pedro Pascal because he's one of the hottest actors
Yeah.
going right now. So they're
He was
like,
great.
I love
He
Pedro
was
Pascal.
great.
He's awesome. He's a great actor. He used to be a go-go dancer. I don't know if you knew that, Breakman. But anyways, he so Disney made a big blunder there because they saw the big dollars. They thought they had $1 billion movie with Mandalorian and Grogu. I know that's what they were thinking, and they over projected. The movie isn't going to end up losing money. Don't anybody cry for Disney right now because I guarantee that movie. They say that movie lost a lot of money because of production and all this, but they will make that money back through streaming, through selling it on platforms and stuff like that. So they'll make the money back. It's not an issue. The issue is they expected $1 billion at the box office plus all the extra residual.
But the problem is, like, Mandalorian and Grogu aren't like household names,
Right,
Like
right.
the name, like Star Wars is the household name.
Well-
if you put Star Wars starring Mandalorian and Grogu or something like that, maybe you would got more viewers.
Maybe, but I mean, Grogu had some momentum. Breakman. I mean, that's the I
He
can't.
did, but not for like. But if you think, not to the older generation, like talking to
Right.
them, like they don't understand a lot of the new things at
Right,
all.
right.
They don't. What's a Grogu?
Well,
and stuff
hold
like
on, Breakman. Name me one new Star Wars character on their own. Okay, you can name any of them, or in the past, singularly or in a duo. Okay, that could make you 350 million at the box office, and I can't name one. Or I could say Han Solo and Leia, or Yoda and
The
Windu.
thing is, it would depend on who they had. If they were saying like we can bring Carrie Fisher back from the dead and we can de-age Harrison Ford, and this is Han Solo and Leia movie, that movie would sell $12 billion a minute.
Okay, but look at the scenario you're drawing out there, which isn't too far fetched to break. But other than that, I'm talking.
God. No, fuck, oh God.
What?
Oh, you're talking like people could do like VR of them, and oh my God.
Yeah. Look, you're not too far
Oh,
off. You're not too.
AI duplicates of them. Oh shit.
Look, it's coming.
Oh, that's
It's coming,
disgusting to
Breakman.
think about.
Breakman, it's coming, dude. I mean, they've already did it to Ozzy Osbourne, man. I saw a. It was some place has a holographic image of Ozzy Osbourne, where people were asking Ozzy questions, right? And Ozzy would answer them. That version of Ozzy would answer him like Ozzy would. And I swear to you, Breakman, I think if you were put in a time capsule and you had no idea that Ozzy died, right? And you were put in front of this hologram, you would not know the difference. I mean, it was that fucking good. Here's another one. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Trump was in front of a hologram of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and of course Trump doesn't know his ass from his face. But I'm saying, it's not far away, man. I'm with you, man. I'm like anti-AI. You guys have known for a decade now that I've AI is like I'm deathly afraid of AI, man. I think that's the end, man. Keeper of the list says communist sex workers salute. Like I'm not so much communist, but maybe socialist. Keeper, that's fine with me. I'm fine with the a socialist sex worker club. I'm totally down with
Like,
that.
what is this, the 1950s again? Like, we're calling people communists again? Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, this country has gone so far back, slid so far back into.
If,
Hell, I'd
if
rather be a communist than capitalist right now.
I mean, what's
Well,
better, a
if we had
communist or a
capitalism like
fascist?
other countries did, it'd be okay. Like you can see other companies that are, managing capitalism and such like that.
Yeah.
Whereas our country has decided the rich should be the richest people
Well,
on the
they're gonna
fucking
find
planet.
out real soon because it's coming close, break man. We talked about last week. We talked about the guillotines, man. It's,
Mhm.
I mean, it's almost at the breaking point. When you have somebody like Bezos who has a yacht that most people would fucking, wouldn't even can't even imagine what's on that yacht,
I
and
remember when the richest person in the world bought Twitter and people were calling him out. And one person said, for just $1 billion, you could do so much to end homelessness across the world and stuff. And he's like, you prove it then. Like, how could you do that? And people showed him through numbers and stuff how he could prove it. And he just, he's like, and he said at first, if you can prove it, I'll do it. And then once he was proven, the richest man
so
on the planet,
so
what did he do?
right,
Did he do anything to help any homeless people?
Breakman,
Not,
you're
not a
100.
dime.
You're 100% correct, right? So the Powerball was just won. It was $1 billion, right? At one
Pretty
point,
few would do that.
which we didn't buy a ticket for the Colorado lottery, darn it.
Fuck.
Oh well. Anyways, $2 billion at one point that thing was, which means after the government takes their share. So we know okay, this proves something beyond a shadow of a doubt, Breakman. The government knows how to tax billionaires, right? Because at one
Oh, yeah.
point it was $2 billion. So at that point, the person with the winning ticket was a legit multi-billionaire, right?
Mhm.
Only the government said, no, we're taking 50% of that money, so you're only going to get a little over $1 billion, right? Which, I mean, who cares, right? It's $1 billion you'll never need for or want for anything ever in your life again. But they right there they prove they can tax rich people. They just choose to only tax certain rich people, like the people that get their money by luck, right? I.e., slot machines or gambling or lottery, or which that's a form of gambling lottery. But you see what I'm saying, Breakman? Like they can
Mhm.
tax the rich. They just choose not to because they all have a vested interest, whether they're Democrats or Republicans or independents or anybody in
Mhm.
politics, already has a shit ton of money. And
Mhm.
somebody posed to Mike Johnson, who's also very rich, right? They're all very rich.
God, I
Um,
hate that guy.
yeah, I mean, how is he likable? He's not likable in any sense of the word. But anyways, they um, asked him like, well, why do you oppose politicians, specifically congressional, whether it's Senate or House politicians from trading stocks? And he's like, I mean, he came up with this mealy mouth excuse of why, that shouldn't happen. As a matter of fact, you should encourage your politicians to invest in the stock market and blah, blah, blah. I mean, all this shit, right? And it's like, there's no way you cannot inside trade if you're a politician. You already are privy to almost anything that's going to go on. So you automatically know what's going to win and lose in the stock market based on your behind the doors hearings, right? But no, you can't have that. You can't have checks on our money. Your money, we definitely have checks on, right? The regular normal American out there who's struggling to get by, especially now,
Mhm.
right? 40% cost increase in groceries. We don't
Mhm.
think of it in that term, right? We just think
Yeah.
it's a tariff thing or some. No, 40%. People are spending almost double or half of double right now than they did last year or the year before because of all kinds of different factors, including war. So
Mhm.
now we're paying 40% more for everything, everybody. Welcome to it. And you know what? It's not going to go down. Pretty soon we're going to be paying $10, $15, $20 a gallon for gas. And I'm
And you know how they'll talk about helping us out by cutting entitlements and shit like that. Like,
right.
bitch, we paid for those entitlements that you're calling them.
Yeah, I
You
hate
took
when
our
they
money in the first fucking place.
right. And you know what? Um Social Security is going to go away too.
Yeah,
So,
even though it's good because they call it an entitlement, and people
mhm.
on the right are, it's an entitlement. It's entitled. Dude, you're all fucking paying into it too. You fucking sucker
Yeah.
ass dumb
Yeah.
voting
The,
morons.
the rich people don't care because they've got enough money for the future. We don't.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's what I say. When there is not enough money to pay the workers, right? When you're not paying your workers, when you're not, when you're starting to charge them more for everyday items, eventually the people at top feel that too. You know how they feel it? Because their income source is just basically obsolete. And here's another thing that's going to fuck them over, Breakman.
Mm.
Money in general, the dollar, right? The physical dollar. You're no longer going to have to worry about physical money anymore. We're getting rid of pennies at the end of the year. Pretty soon it's going to be quarters. Pretty soon it's going to be dollars. Then you're just not going to have a need for physical money anymore. So, I mean, I wouldn't give a fuck if a bunch of hackers just happened to hack into a bunch of billionaires' stuff and redistributed all their money to
Mm-hmm.
everybody else, and there was nothing they could do about it. That's what I can't wait for, is for something like that to happen. I'm not saying that I would spend all that money on myself or anything like that.
We have way too many industries that their sole purpose is to manage other people's money.
Yeah.
Industries devoted to that, to helping wealthy people get wealthier while they take advantage of the people at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
With bad investments and shit like that.
I pointed this out, Land of the Dead, right? Last week, Breakman. I think it's a brilliant
Mm-hmm.
movie in a lot of ways, okay? Because it really showed like what is going to happen at the end of capitalism, whenever that is, if it's in our lifetimes, our kids' lifetimes, it'll eventually happen. The people at the top will eventually crumble because the people at the bottom will eventually say, I want what some of you have, and you're going to give it to me right now, or you're going to get that guillotine. And that's going to be it. Like there's only so much that security can buy you, right? You can't. It's
Mm-hmm.
like when people say, well, the Second Amendment is for to the government and all this, and we all know that the military would destroy. But if you add
Yeah.
up all the people in the United States versus what we have in the military, I mean, by sheer numbers, the military is going to get overrun. It's like Dawn of the Dead in that respect. I mean, eventually the military there was overrun by the zombies, right? So it's the
Mm-hmm.
same concept here, except it's actually real as far as we can see it. We can see the future right now, right? And so could George Romero. That's why he did his quadrilogy of movies. He did Night of the Living Dead, which dealt with racism and the fact that, we're not treating people like they should be treated. We did Dawn of the Dead, which dealt with consumerism. We dealt with Day of the Dead, which dealt with the military and their might, and Land of the Dead with the elites. And we see what happened. We understand now the blueprint for what's going on. I hate to use a zombie series as a metaphor for what's really going on, but it really did a really good job of capturing that, especially in Land of the Dead, which is always thought of as the worst of the bunch as far as those zombies movies go. But I actually think it's actually amongst. I think that it's as good as any of them. It's great. When Canada starts charging full price for Western select heavy crude from Alberta, watch your gas strike hard. Yeah, Keeper, we do rely on Canada for some of that gas, don't we? And then somebody said to me, I think it was my mom that said, here in Colorado, we have plenty of oil that's untapped. I said, how easy is that oil to refine? That's the reason why we don't use. It's true. The United States has probably more oil than any other country deep in the ground, right? But to refine that oil and to catch up with the technology that even these countries like Iraq, Iran, why do you think we're in a war with Iran right now? This is why. 'Cause
Because the
Trump
president's an
said it.
idiot.
Yeah, Trump said it out loud. Well, he said it with Venezuela. We're just going to take their oil, right?
Yeah.
That's why we picked a fight with Venezuela.
Well, today, did you hear what he said? He said we're gonna make the Strait a territory of the U.S.
Yeah. Look at this. Drifter
Yeah.
Wars says something here. Have you considered that so many countries printed money for the pandemic, which has caused inflation in all those countries, including America, who printed 6.7 trillion? And where did most of that money go? Drifter Wars, it didn't go to the American people. A chunk of it did. You know where most of that money went? To businesses. That's where that money went.
See, these businesses, a lot of the payments they got were for the sole purpose of keeping your staff on and stuff and that, keep your lights on and shit like that. You
Yeah.
think any of those companies did it with that? Did that money? Any of that with that money?
No, they put it in their
No.
executives' pockets, man.
Exactly.
Look,
That is what happened to all that fucking money that was supposed
I,
to be to help people.
I made this point a long time ago, Breakman. The average salary of a CEO, and I know it's gone up since I talked
It
about
has
it,
gone up.
was like 500 times the median worker in your company. And there was a bread guy that they're trying to smear now with all kinds of sexual abuse allegations and stuff, which may or may not be true. I don't know. But there was this guy that owned this bread factory, and he refused to take more than, I think it was like 5 or 10 times more than the regular salary of the lowest worker in his company, right? And it said it will never go up, right? It's the same thing with the guy from Arizona Tea. Arizona Tea has been the same 99 cents since I was little. You know, he has never raised the price of that. And he said, why? I still make profit. I still make profit off of Arizona Tea at 99 cents. So why would he change it? So he could have more money? You know, it's like, come on, man. I mean, you can only have so much money in your life before it doesn't make a difference anymore. You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me,
What they want is they want this money, so much money that they can go and do what they want. Like with Musk going out and making rockets and shit like that. Like they're so far out there. Like they're trying to extend their lives, infusing themselves with younger blood and working on like cryo technology to extend their life. Just this is the kind of shit they're working on.
I
When
hope.
there are so many problems that they could be fixing with the money that they have.
Well, somebody
They're
asked me.
worried about their pie in the sky getting to Mars.
Yeah. Breakman, somebody asked me, what would I do with $1 billion, right? Here was my immediate response. I didn't have to think about it. I would end hunger in the United States with $1 billion. I would end it. At the very least, I would end it in Colorado. So anybody that comes to Colorado would be fed, right? And maybe that's the blueprint for all these other fucking billionaires that they could do the same in their state, right? Because there's almost a billionaire in every state. I know there's a few up in
No, what
Wyoming.
they'll do is they'll put money into the advertisement, into the right wing news, the ones that say this is terrible, this is terrible. Remember how we used to feed kids across the country? That was a big initiative for Michelle Obama.
Well,
Remember those times when it was the big thing, like we got to feed the children before school, so we don't want stupid kids because they're starving. Like that makes sense.
Look, I'll take it one step
then
further.
the Republicans came along and decided that with a lot of advertising, they convinced people on the right, like, look, they're giving these kids this healthy food that they hate, and they're just throwing it away, and it's not getting eaten. Like, we've got to end all of this.
Yeah.
This is just a waste.
Well, look.
And they convinced like the right wing voters that feeding kids is a bad thing.
All right. When I was little, Breakman, I know this was decades and decades ago. I got breakfast when I got to school. I got to what? The interest charged on poor people's, what is that? Poor people's debt is massive. I know. Well, let me get caught up here. Here's your reminder. Scotoma says that both sides of the political parties are pedophiles. Well, that's true. I can't argue with that, Scotoma. There's also big business going after poor people's debt. That's true too. I mean, poor people's debt is like one of our biggest driving factors. They don't want to help the poor enough for them to get out of debt. Let's see. Interest charge on poor people's debt. Yep, I said that. Here's the thing. I didn't hesitate in that answer, Breakman, because it would be the right thing to do. Of course, I would buy a house and make sure it was secure and all this, right? But the rest of that money, most of it, the vast majority would go to make sure, because there's a homeless shelter near where I live, Breakman, one of the only ones in Denver, right? Which is another problem. We don't care about people here in the United States. We really, literally don't care.
And I hear the arguments like in the wintertime. Well, there's enough beds. Like they can go to the homeless shelters. Well, there aren't enough beds. And it's those places aren't always safe for everybody.
Let me put
Like,
it in
for
perspective.
instance, like a mother and her child who have just ran away from an abusive husband or something like that. Like they need more than just a bed. They need
Well,
help. They
well,
need therapy. They need for protection from a psychopath.
here's another. That's another thing. Like there's been lots of instances of sexual abuse and homeless
Yeah.
shelters because there's no protections for them in there, and that's a problem too because they don't have separate shelters for, like you said, abused. And it could be either man or women. All right, there's plenty of that. King Bluto's in the house. What's up, King Bluto? Nice to have you here. Drifter War says oil is the only reason that Saudi Arabia is rich and important. Prior to oil, it was a sandy desert of no significance. I agree with you, Drifter Wars, and that's why the rich are fighting so hard.
The money have bought so much of our country at this
The
point.
rich are they're working so hard against renewables, right? They keep saying, "Oh, the electric grid is going to, be shut down because of renewables." It's simply not true. It's
Oh my god, I love when they talk about solar. Like, what do they do when the clouds hit? When there are clouds or nighttime? Like, there's no power during night.
It's simple-minded thinking,
so
man.
dumb.
Look, half of the earth is engulfed in sunlight at one point, and half of the earth is engulfed in darkness the other half of the time, right? It's a simple concept. The earth rotates. We get sun half of the day, and we can store that energy in the form of batteries. Do you understand that concept?
Oh, what?
Yeah. I know.
Battery?
Yeah,
No.
I don't understand. I am not computing this. Okay, so Elon Musk is interesting, Breakman, because Elon Musk is going to be the first trillionaire. That means he's going to own more wealth than half of the earth, one man, okay? He himself, I'm not talking about anybody else, because with $1 billion, you can't solve world hunger. It's just not possible with 1 billion, right? But I know it's easily solvable in one state with $1 billion. $1 billion could feed everybody to infinity by showing them how to do farms, and shit like that. Like it can be done, right? It's not a hard concept, right? Especially here in the second sunniest state in all the United States, Colorado. Okay, so that's where my money would go. But Elon Musk, with his $1 trillion, remember I gave you guys perspective on what $1 billion was, right? Like 10,000 was like a few grains of sand or a few grains of sugar or salt, whatever. $1 million is a big handful piled next to that, right? So it puts that in perspective. Holy shit, that's a lot of money, right? $1 billion is the whole table full of fucking sugar or salt, whatever. $1 trillion is that entire house filled with salt. Okay? So that puts things in perspective. If you have half of the money on the planet, you are the most powerful human being on the planet. Presidents, whatever. You are the most powerful man on the planet, and if you can try to colonize Mars, which is what he wants to do, which good luck with that. That ain't going to happen, not even with the $1 trillion. You, sir, can solve world hunger in the blink of an eye. With your checkbook, you could open up homeless shelters everywhere. You can solve homelessness. You could solve the energy crisis. You could be the hero instead of the Adolf Hitler that you are. Because you, Elon Musk, were the one that got rid of U.S. aid. U.S. aid made sure that a lot of people had vaccines and medications for AIDS and all kinds of...
I think they estimated he's going to kill over 14 million people by 2030.
Yes. He is solely going to be... He's going to be the number one killer of people ever. You can talk Hitler, you can talk Pol Pot, anybody on Earth. He will have killed more people by 2030 than they could ever dream of. So yes, he is on that level of most evil people to ever live. In fact, yes, worse than a Nazi. Elon Musk is worse than a Nazi. Sorry to say, if you're an Elon Musk fan. Go shine his shoes for 50 cents.
Who the hell's an Elon Musk fan?
Yeah. Well, I mean, nobody now, because he's just... Maybe his kids. Maybe his kids. I know one of them hates his fucking guts.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Some of the
Keeper.
names he gave to the other ones, I would hate his guts too. Like,
Oh my
the
God.
fuck is this? X exclamation point Y divided by 14. What the fuck is this? It's not a name.
Uh, uh,
Asshole.
hey, how do I pronounce your name again? It's get it
Yeah.
right next time, okay?
I'm just gonna call you shithead. How about that?
Yeah, I'll just call you Elon Musk child, and we'll leave it at that.
You're junior number one.
Yeah, junior number one. Keeper says straight of America, and he's laughing. I know it's laughable.
Oh my
Um,
god. Yeah, I can't believe he thinks he's gonna annex that now. He just
I guess this
he
gets
can't
most.
focus on one thing.
No,
I mean, I think that's the good news for us about how he's not been able to take over anything because he can't focus.
yeah,
Like, he keeps talking about taking over Venezuela, which in a lot of ways we have,
yeah,
but we would probably own it if he was focused on. Not that I'm saying that'd be a good thing, but if he wasn't worried about taking over Denmark and Canada and parts of Mexico and stuff like that, he can't decide on what he wants to do.
yeah, yeah. Scotoma says almost. Also, most people do not realize that about the oil industry. They want to constantly raise the price of gas, like that's all they make from oil. What about engine oil? All the plastic and rubber products made from oil. It's all involved. Yet those things are not vastly affected the same way. Exactly, Scotoma. I mean, look, we're fucking some yahoos that can see this on the internet talking about dorky RPGs, which we love, right? But we already know way more than what Elon Musk seems to know about the human condition, right? Because we've actually experienced this. People,
I'm tired of the people that assume rich people are smart.
they're
Like, there
not.
are some wealthy people that are intelligent and they are smart people, and they've got that, they've gotten there for, because they're smart. Elon Musk is not that person. He got
No.
there for money.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, and he's in his early days, I did hear he was a hard worker and stuff like that, but mostly like he didn't start rich, but he had a little bit of money to start with, more than most of us.
Is he worth 100 billion times the average
No,
worker?
not even close. But he's gone and bought like SpaceX, and people are like, oh, he's a rocket scientist. No, he just bought the company.
Yeah.
Like, well, he's this excellent programmer. No, he just bought Twitter. He's not that good.
Oh, we saw
We've
what he
seen
did
what
to
happened.
Twitter. Twitter's a fucking cesspool now.
Yeah,
You know,
now it's a
I
Nazi
look,
school. Yeah.
Bernie and I, the only reason I still have Twitter, right? Breakman, you got rid of Twitter. I know Eric has I've shied
Well,
away.
I do it the fun way. I've been banned.
Yeah, I know. But wanted to get rid of Twitter as well. But there's only one reason that I kept it is because I met the love of my life through Twitter. So that's why I have Twitter still. But there's going to be a point when I'm just like, look, it's time to let that go. I mean, I think we both will do it in a ceremony ourselves and just say, you know what, it's done, and we're here together, and we don't need fucking Twitter to tell us that we love each other, and that's it.
No, we just have a good story.
Yeah, we have a good story. That former thing called Twitter, that's where we met. It's like,
Before it turned into a Nazi
yeah,
party. Or whatever you wanna call
right.
it.
So let's move on, guys. I wanted to make this a short show just because of the way I'm feeling, and I know I've
Right, I get it.
taken up most of the time. Real quick review that I have of a movie called The Yeti. I'll do it with Bernie because we saw it. Very surprising, right, Bernie?
Yeah.
The Yeti. Remember that
Yeti,
last night?
yeah.
Okay. She's like, yeah, oh yeah, I remember it.
No, it was surprisingly good. I thought it was gonna be stupid.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like B-movie cheesy. It actually is the opposite. It's actually a well-written, well-directed, well-acted, good practical effect movie. I highly recommend people watching it if you like creature features.
And it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10. So if you haven't seen The Yeti, it's on Shudder. Make sure to check it out. All right. So,
I actually did see another movie on HBO that was really bad.
oh, go
I forget
ahead.
what it was called. It was starring Glenn Powell about a guy trying to get revenge on his rich family who kicked him out when he was a child.
What is
he's
it called?
offering them to get wealthy, and it was so uneven as a movie.
What is it
It was
called?
like how to get away with murder or something like that, or how to commit murder. What was that called? Oh, they showed me. I think it's How to Commit Murder. It was really just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect that from HBO. They usually put good stuff on there. And just,
Yeah.
no, this is not one of them.
Yeah. Well, you can't always have great movies on your platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you do expect better from Cinemax and HBO because those are legacy cable channels. I remember when HBO and Cinemax were, man, if you had those channels, you were, holy shit, you were in good shape.
Skinamax.
Oh, Skinemax especially, man. For the younger crowd, woo wee, man. Every
Oh my
Friday,
God.
Saturday night.
I remember seeing a movie on Skinamax that I saw again during the day. Like, just it was still on the same channel, but they took out all of the sex scenes in it to show it during the day.
Do you remember what it was, Breakman?
Oh.
It went from like an hour and a half to like 30-minute movie.
Oh man.
Oh.
They used to have this one movie. Maybe it was a series, I don't know, but it was like set in like a Chili's or something, or like a Bennigan's or something, and it was really good. I thought it was actually well put together. It did have the sex scenes and stuff, but yeah, that was definitely a late night pleasure of people. So, all right,
And that movie was not good either way. Just saying.
yeah, it's not good. Would you give it a 1 out of 10?
No, I mean, at the time, probably I don't remember the plot or anything. Well, no, I'm just kidding.
I don't remember the plot. I just remember lotion and tissue. That's what I remember. All right. Eric, do you look? I think we bitched enough for my stinko. I don't have any more, except shingle shots suck. Eric, do you have a stinko this week?
No.
All right. Break, do you have a stinko this week?
Yeah, I've got a few. I was searching for something.
You know what? Before we get to you, though, Break, I have Bernie here. Let's see if Bernie has a stinko before you get to yours.
Do I have a stinko?
I don't know. Do you? I know one. Burning yourself on the first day of work.
Oh yeah, I burnt myself on the first day of work, and then when I got home, my butt cheeks hurt.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder what she was doing at work, y'all.
I have been off of work for so long, like muscles I'm not used to using anymore started working again, and I was like exhausted and achy all night.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Breakman, go ahead.
It's called How to Make a Killing.
How to make a killing. Okay.
Yeah.
What are your stinkos, Break?
Okay, stinkos. I didn't put many down here. I've been busy all week, so I didn't really stop to write them. Let me start out with the first one. So there's a couple of people who have decided that they want to enter the WNBA after their basketball careers in the NBA were complete failures in absolutely every way. One of those people being Royce White, who has also ran for office and lost in embarrassing ways. He thinks he's going to go into the WNBA, and he's calling himself transgendered now so he can join them. He doesn't plan to get any surgery or doing anything at all. He just thinks he's going to get in there as such, even though there are rules like saying you have to be on this estrogen for like 2 years at least before you can join if you're trans. Like they have rules for it. But these guys think they're going to go in there, and if they tell us no, we're just going to sue them because they can't do that. But whatever. So they're saying that they're trans just so they can, because they think they can beat girls in basketball.
And let me guess, they're going to sue if they're not able to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but you know how many points Royce White scored in the NBA?
What?
Do you just want to take a guess?
Wait.
0.
What did you say?
0 would be the correct answer. Eric is correct. He did not score a fucking point in the NBA, but he thinks he's going to go into the WNBA and school these women.
And he's still going to probably lose.
No. These
Well,
women.
that's if they let him. If they let him and entertain it, he'd probably still lose.
This is based on sexism and everything else, but these women would destroy him. Is what would happen.
Look, there is a level of skill in the WNBA. I mean, people talk about how they can't dunk and can't. There's a reason why there's a WNBA, right? Like it's not like they don't recognize they're not going to be playing
fundamentals in the WNBA.
Yes.
And let me compare it to the NBA. From why I'm not a big fan of the NBA. I think the games are too long, and I hate watching defense in the NBA. It's embarrassing. Watching these guys slowly jog back to the other side to play defense. No, they're just watching each other dunk, essentially.
Hmm.
It's about getting scores, and they don't want to play defense in NBA.
It's very
They play
rare.
defense in the WNBA.
Yeah, it's very rare to see defense in the NBA, but you can see it with certain players, Breakman. But it's
Certain
very,
players do
very,
care,
very
yeah,
rare.
but
Fabdriz,
for the most point, they don't care because the NBA wants scoring.
yeah, Fabdriz was mentioned earlier. He's now in chat. He says, "Happy Friday. Are you happy or unhappy?" I'd say generally I'm in the middle. Fabdriz. I can't say I'm super happy or unhappy. So there you go. All right, what else you got? Break.
Okay. The government refunded tariffs to large corporations. The corporations that increased prices for all of us. The prices that we paid for, but those tariff rebates went to those corporations.
Yeah, they should
So
have
not
taken.
only did the corporations get our money, they got the payment for our money too.
Yeah.
They got a bonus for taking our money.
Yeah, they should have been they should have taken all those tariffs and given it to all of us. When
Yeah.
remember Trump promised us like $2,000 checks or some shit, and none of us
Yeah.
ever got that. You know, it's like
Yeah.
I mean $2,000. I mean would have made a decent difference in certain people's lives. I mean, but I mean of course we can't have good things. Only the corporations can because they're more people than we are. So, all right, what else you got? Break.
The American government has declared that 0 civilians were killed when on their strikes in Venezuela. Those fishermen were all narcos
Civilians.
terrorists.
Yeah. Do they claim that about the two that they went back and got?
Yes, they're claiming that. They're claiming there are no innocent people killed,
Yeah.
no civilians.
Yeah.
They've been downplaying how many civilians are being killed in Iran as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they never bombed a school full of girls, Breakman.
No,
even though
that never
every
happened.
other news report in every other country
They were
reported
the
it.
missiles were stolen.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that, Frank?
Yeah.
Their missiles
I
were
didn't hear
stolen,
that one. Is that what
and
they're
then the
saying?
Iranians shot them and blamed America.
Oh, of course. Drifter War says it is harder to buy a home now than it was in 1966. In 2026, it takes 7.1 years income to buy a home in 1966. It took 5.75 years to buy a home. Yep. 7 years to buy. Well, you're just going based on average salaries, Drifter Wars. I'm assuming if you took every one of your dollars and put it towards a home, I could see that.
But that
So,
doesn't
yes.
include like if you've got student loans or such like that.
Student loans are not.
Especially if
yeah.
you've got like a high student loan, there's no way you're buying a home anytime soon unless you just want to go in as hard and as debt as possible.
And you want to know who's responsible for student loans not being forgivable during bankruptcy? Anybody want to take a guess? Bernie.
Trump.
No, not Trump. Eric, you want to take a guess?
Biden.
Who?
Biden.
Biden is exactly correct. Biden is responsible for that. Yeah. Average wage in 2026, 69,000. Shit, nobody here sees 69,000 Drifter Wars. In 1966, 4,273. Yeah. Average.
But that's an average across America. And the problem with that is you have big cities like New York and LA, which are skewering the dollar average because they're getting paid more in those cities, but the rent and everything is also higher in those cities.
Yeah, I think in Denver, the average median income is like 35,000, 35,000, somewhere around there. Yeah. I try to follow the news, Fabdriz says it makes me depressed. Yeah, it really does. Also, Scotoma says, never mind. I read that comment. Never mind. Okay, we're caught up.
If you should be really depressed with this bit of news, ICE is spending $50 million, of our tax dollars, to buy gloves now that give electric shocks.
Yeah.
As another tool in their belt. Not even stun guns. Like they're just going to be able to touch people and shock them.
Yeah. I can't wait for that because they can do that sneakily, and then you're going to be like, you're going to be shocked and you're going to be like, what the hell just happened? And you will have no idea. Nobody will know who did it or how they did it or what. Yep.
That's bullshit.
It's total bullshit. It's like the mask thing. I don't think any person in the government should be able to wear a mask. I don't care if you're an undercover cop. Too bad you blew your cover. Sorry. That's anyways. Fabio says, have you seen the 1990 Mars bar to today's? Look at the difference. Yeah. No, that's another.
I've never seen any Mars bar ever. They don't sell them.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, Eric. He's talking about, okay, I'll give you for instance.
My best definition of shrinkflation is compare 1985 Girl Scout cookies to today.
Oh, that's a good one. What about Reese's Pieces? Like the butter cups,
Where's
peanut
that
butter
peanut
cups.
butter tops?
Peanut butter cups
Well,
used to
those would be
be
tiny
double
now.
their size, and now they're like the
I think
size
a
of
piece
like
is a piece of tiny little M&M.
I know one.
what?
The fillet of fish.
It's about the same
Okay,
size.
well,
Any
The
given
Whopper.
potato chip bag.
or the Big Mac.
Big Mac is a good example. Like any patty from McDonald's other than the quarter pounder,
Mhm.
because
I'm fine with Big Mac being smaller because it was already ridiculously huge.
yeah. I mean, it's just
We've seen a lot of, or I've seen a lot of ads, or not ads. I'm sorry, a lot of news reports showing that they'll put like a certain weight on the box, and it doesn't come up to that weight.
Mm.
Yep.
It's
Fabris.
a lot of product.
Fabris says candy bars cost too much. You know how much I remember candy bars being sold for?
79 cents.
No, I
79
remember
I
'em-
remember it being 50 cents.
Well, that's what I remember.
I remember them for like 30 cents to
Okay,
50
see,
cents.
Frank's older than I. 50 cents was what I remember. Now
Yeah.
it's like
50 cents.
they're on sale for $2.50. Like, oh
Yep,
my
on
God.
sale. Yep. Did Bernie say filet o fish? Yes, she did.
Mm,
I like the filet of fish. It's good.
me too. With the
It's
extra
it's actually the
tartar
most
sauce.
unhealthy thing to eat at McDonald's.
I like the quarter pounder with mayo and.
Oh my God!
and-
Shut up! You're
and
making me
ketchup.
hungry, and I don't want to
I'm
eat.
hungry.
I need food too.
Yeah.
She's sabotaging the show for food.
I know.
Food. Oh my God, we're all gonna go. on
Everybody's
food
gonna
quest
be
now.
like, "Okay, show's over. Let's
Damn.
go eat." And I just ate a
Food
big
quest,
lunch.
Food quest. Food quest.
I know. I know. All right. Along those lines, what else you got, Break? Anything else?
One more because I didn't do that many, but the Kushner family's been on a bit of a streak buying up things, and a couple of things they've bought recently are EA, the company Electronic Arts,
Along with Saudi Arabia.
and the Lakers.
Yep, the Lakers are
Yeah.
now owned by the Kushner family. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
partially owned by the Kushner.
Partially.
They're also owned by Bob Eager, who owns Disney.
Yeah, 12
Yeah, I mean,
point.
it's a partial owner, but it's still like these people are evil tyrants. Like they shouldn't be. There's no way I can support anything that comes out of EA now.
Yeah,
Well, I
Fabris.
already keep up on SNK back when they bought SNK.
Yeah, Fabris. Tartar sauce isn't charged extra, but if you go to Taco Bell and order extra red sauce on a burrito, they'll charge you an extra 45 cents, I believe.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
totally
I've heard
ridiculous.
some companies are charging you for packets now. If you want like a package of ketchup, they'll charge you for that.
Yep, yep. Some companies are doing that. Though it's just a matter of time. Everything's gonna be. But like I said, it's gonna backfire in their face
So,
because
'cause I can go to Taco Bell and ask for sauce, and they'll give me like 12 packets that I don't even eat.
yeah, I mean that's different. Like the packets they'll give you, but to have it like originally put on your burrito, no, they charge for that
I
now.
know KFC likes to charge for their dipping sauce.
Yeah, KFC will charge for their dipping sauce. Yes, yes. Fabdriz says I helped build an EA home in Napa. Big bucks. Yep, big bucks for sure. EA. I don't know. Is Kotick out of there yet, or is he
I
still
think
in there?
left a while ago.
Oh, good. Fucking piece of shit, man.
Piece of shit.
Oh God, man. Billionaires in general are pieces of. Yeah, well, most of them, anyways. I can't make that whole generalization, but you know what I'm saying. What else you got, Break?
That's all. I think that's.
All right, well, let's do Sweetos. I'm not even gonna play the soundbite. Breakman, we'll start with you with Sweetos.
I've got a couple of Sweetos. This one actually sticking with the Kushner family. As they're buying up big properties in America, they're having some huge failures across the world as they're trying to build resorts in places like shit. I forget what it
Dubai?
was. Yeah. What's that?
Dubai.
Yeah, well, places like that have come out. People have come out protesting in mass numbers to the point where those projects have been put on hold, and now they're being investigated for fraud.
Yeah. Fabdriz says, MLH, do you think the American dream is dead?
Yes.
Fabdriz, I think I can
I don't think it existed for a lot of Americans.
I can firmly say this, Fabdriz. I don't know if it's completely dead, but I think it's hanging on by the thinnest of threads, Fabdriz. And there's only a very select few people, because you're talking about the American dream of home ownership and the picket fence and car and able to take vacations and and stuff like that. I think it's holding on by a thread, Fabdriz. I really do. I don't think it's completely dead, but I think it's very, very close. I think all it's going to take is one snip, and that's it. It's over. And especially with AI, Fabdriz, I think AI is going to be the detriment if most of the scenarios are true. There's only one scenario where it could actually benefit everybody. Yep.
I think that's what
Daisy is like, guys, I need to use the restroom, so Bernie's going to go ahead and take her to use the restroom. Do you have a Sweeto, Bernie, before you go?
Me?
Okay.
Daisy.
Yes, Daisy's always a Sweeto.
She's
Okay.
just the best.
All right, go. What else you got, Break?
Okay, so I got 2 Sweetos. The one I said is the Kushners getting what they deserve in some other countries. People actually investigating their crimes. The other one goes to Mike Lindell, who lost very, very bigly in his election veto. I forget where he is running, but
Minnesota.
he's running in Minnesota. He lost very badly, and his reaction to that is to call it a rigged election.
Oh,
now,
yeah,
mind you, this is a Republican primary.
It's totally rigged. It's totally
Democrats. He's saying the Republicans are cheating.
You know what was really funny is he was losing big in the primary to begin with, and then all of a sudden he rose to like number 1 at one point in the polls over there. It was a really strange thing. It was really weird. And I'm wondering if there isn't some fucking actual rigging going on that's going awry. You know what I mean? Because there's whiplash when you try to rig something. There's always something that goes awry with that shit. So I'm wondering if that's what happened there. Fabdriz says I loved his reaction. It's the My Pillow. Yeah, My Pillow. Oh my god! And those pillows are awful. I don't know if you've seen them, but they put these chunks of shit in those pillows that make it like, I don't know. Anybody who uses those and there were plenty of people that bought those fucking pillows, man. They got a new one now called the Ergo Pillow or something that I see on YouTube quite a bit. And man, that thing looks super comfy. I kind of want to buy one of those. No matter if you sleep sideways or on your back, it does good. But yeah, election deniers, fuck off. Yeah, I don't understand that, Fabdriz. I mean, it's they did find, like, I think it was like a few fraudulent, but they caught a few of those people.
There's always going to be somebody who tries to cheat.
Yeah, and
always going to be like, but it's a fraction of. It's so small that it's never affected.
Right, it's not. It doesn't affect the overall thing. But there was who was it? Tommy Tuberville, who used to be a coach at Alabama, right? He was so popular in Alabama, he obviously won, but he lives in Florida and he's voting in Alabama. It's so weird. But all right, what else you got, Break?
It's ridiculous. That's all I got.
I got one. For the first time today, Daisy did zoomies in the backyard. It was amazing. I was like, holy shit, this dog can move, man. I mean, fucking A, man. One end of the yard to the other, and our yard's not the smallest yard in the world. I was like, holy shit, man. There's no way I'm catching that dog if she gets out of the yard. You know what I mean? Like, no fucking way. But she's awesome. She's a great dog, and we're learning a lot about her and about the breed, and it's been a really cool journey for sure. Fabdriz says it's wrong unless I win. I'm the king of keyboard warriors. I agree, Fabdriz. All hail King Fabdriz in the house. All right. That's all I got, guys. Eric, can we talk a little bit about just a real quick retrospective on the Dark Souls series, Eric, since you and I have been going through most of it and we've gotten through. What is your overall impression, Eric, of the Dark Souls series? Because I've got my own thoughts.
I think they're still very fun games to play, but they're showing their age, and I'd love to see a remake of the first 3 games.
Yeah,
I know there's like remaster projects, and they look really nice, but they are only limited to the PC platform, and you have to basically make your game offline because Namco doesn't like some of the mods that exist for those things.
Yeah,
and I need to get a rig to play that stuff anyway.
Yeah. I think they're a fabulous series, to be honest with you, Eric. I think they've innovated enough to be in the pantheon of greatest games of all time. And I point to one in particular, and I say it for this reason. We don't get a lot of detailed lore in a lot of games. Like Skyrim was pretty close. It did a good job of being a Dungeons and Dragons wet dream, basically, of content. But holy fuck, man, these Dark Souls games are so. And by the way, my Twitch isn't working. I don't know why I can't see any of the Twitch. Break, you're gonna have to help with any of that.
Also, like if you're on Twitch, even if you don't stream, you should probably turn on the AI training.
I think everything is on my phone, Eric, and it's still I can't see any of the chat.
You have to go to the website to do it.
Okay, well, yeah, that's probably why it's not working. But I see it sometimes, but man, most times I can't see the Twitch chat. So I don't know. I think it's if we're gonna go out as gamers, you know what I mean? I think what better way to go out on a series of games like Dark Souls, which really proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that games can be very compelling in a lot of different ways. Artistic.
Also, teach the young about other games, and because while Minecraft or stuff is like that is fun, like I think they need experiences similar to what we had when we were growing up, because they don't know what quality is really.
That's a good point, Eric. Like, there's a lot of games that I played on the Atari and Nintendo that were very difficult, right? And it basically, they were simple games, but hard in other ways.
They need to learn to why they need to learn what they got now. It should be taken for granted.
Yeah.
Considering what we had to deal with when we were kids.
Yeah. Download content, worth it or not. Fabdriz, it's on a case-by-case basis with DLC. I would say for the most part, it's pretty worth it because the amount of content that you get is usually pretty good for the price. Like you're usually like it. I mean, it's not a new concept. I mean, PC has had expansion packs forever. I think it just depends on the experience. Like if you were to ask me, like the Dark Souls series, was their content worth it? I say absolutely, because the amount of detail of those games, like Eric said, the difficulty of those games and they don't hold your hand either. It's like back in the day, you didn't have tutorials. I do like tutorials, but I think you're right, Eric. I think we got to get back to teaching the younger generation. Like this is, you've got to really, I mean, games were simple back in the day, but hard. But that was for a reason, so you kept playing them because the technology just wasn't there to make the games that we have today.
Modern gaming industry doesn't really interest in that. It's interested in AAA experience, but at least the indies are picking up.
I like downloading expansion packs.
Yeah, see,
at least on the Sims.
On the PC, yeah,
on the Sims.
But a lot of DLC is cosmetic for games like Trails and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I like when they come out with complete edition of games. Like, I don't like it when a company comes out with a video game that is unfinished for the most part. You know what I mean? I like games that come out complete and then they decide, oh, you know what?
Or it's finished, but like there are a couple like things that probably should have been there.
Yeah. Drifter Wars says, I really enjoyed today's show because it touched on many interesting topics. You talk politics without talking parties. Well done. I appreciate you, Drifter Wars. You always have very insightful things to say, whether it's RPGrinders or the main show, DT, whatever. And by the way, Drifter Wars...
I think I only called Nintendo Power like exactly once, and it wasn't even me, it was my brother.
Yeah. Drifter Wars, I think you'll be pleased tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a mega comment show where a lot of your comments are going to show up and I'll comment on your comments. And it'll be a lot of fun tomorrow. I think I'm going to do that if I feel better. Today I'm not feeling very well, but tomorrow is another day, Drifter, and I kind of want to do a comment show to get caught up because frankly it's been a couple months since I did my last comment show. So I appreciate your comments, Drifter Wars, and hopefully we can do that show tomorrow and talk about some stuff that you talked about that I want to talk about as well. Fabdriz says, I play military PUBG, only game mobile. Yeah, I mean, there you go. So there you go. I don't know. I think that's all I got. I said my sweeto. Eric didn't have any. Breakman, did you have any more?
No, that's all I had.
All right. I think we should do our plugs and get the fuck out of here. Hopefully next week we. How dare you, Breakman? Don't do it. Don't do it, Breakman. Don't do it, Breakman. Don't do it. Breakman.
No, I gotta
Don't do it, Break. Don't do it, Break. Okay, Break. No, don't. Shut up, Bernie. I'm gonna kick you out of studio. Don't encourage him. Do not encourage him at all. Don't, Breakman.
Release the Harmony Kraken.
Breakman, don't get the only exile today. Today was a happy show for the most part.
What better way to reintroduce Harmony?
Oh God, Bernie, I don't want to do it.
What if you get Daisy hooked on?
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, Bernie. I will do it to everybody.
Daisy Helen for her.
So,
right.
Breakman, are we gonna have game night next week? Is my question.
Yes. Sorry, that was
Son of a bitch. Was that like the harmonica leak code for yes? You son of a bitch. All right. Next week, game night should be a lot of fun. Hope you guys can join. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing. Don't let MLH determine your actions. Fabdriz says. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a comment show. I hope. Let's see how I wake up. I got to take Bernie to work early. I got to get some rest, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll decide if I'm going to do it. But hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. Eric, your plug, sir.
You can't cut out.
I know I got cut out for some reason. This cord.
My old written reviews are on bostonbathbrigade.com, and the new reviews are on RSS feed for the podcast. Nothing this week, but I did squeeze them in the show, so I'll cut them out later and edit it and re-upload it. For those who just want that part.
All right.
But
son of a bitch.
If you like either of those things and you want to see me do more, especially of the writing, there's a link to my. And you want to help me out? There's a link to my Patreon on my Blue Sky and Mastodon profiles. That's at EricRPG, and sending me as little as $1 for a one-time or a monthly would help out.
Yeah, Eric does fabulous work. Give him $1 or $2. It never hurts. Breakman, I'm doing a preemptive exile, you son of a bitch. Bernie, any plugs before you son of a bitch? You bring out the fucking you son of. All right. Bernie, any plugs?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show turned 51 years old today. Everybody check it out.
Damn, right?
Yeah.
Let's do the time warp again. All right, there we go. Oh, Breakman, a kazoo? Really? You're introducing some... you son of a bitch. He's going to get 5 exiles if he does that one. If that comes out, that's 5 exiles right now.
Well, now I gotta go find one.
Son of a bitch. All right, I think that's it. Join me tomorrow if I'm on. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks to Scoats and Freak 5 in the Twitch chat. Sorry I couldn't read your comments, guys. It was hit or miss there. And everybody in the MLH channel. If you were on the RPGrinders channel,
Bernie needs the harmonica too.
No, she does not.
We could tag team MLH with a harmonica.
Oh my God, I don't want to hear that sentence come out of your mouth ever again. Ever.
I am a class act harmonica player.
Oh, son of a bitch. Damn it, man. Okay, that's it.
According to this week, you're going to play the harmonica for your OnlyFans with your...
That's it. That's it. That's all we got. Freak 5 is exiled times 5. Breakman's exiled to infinity if he plays that son of a bitch right now.
Play the time warp on the harmonica.
Get the fuck out of here. Let's do the time warp. Oh, God, man. I can't even believe it. Thank God. It's... I'm going to put him on mute, that son of a bitch. Eric is the only one that escapes without an exile today on the show. Can you believe that?
I got one, too.
All right, that's it. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week. Later. We're out.
Bye.
Later, Freak.
Hey, Scoats and Freak 5, thank you guys so much over in Twitch. I'm going to end the stream. You guys rock.